What's up, guys? It's your boys, Windows XP and Walk of Fame. Today we're going to be talking about patches that we think is undervalued and has MoonX potential. Cue that intro.
Yo, what it do? Welcome to another exciting adventure here with Moon Boys Radio, where we're gonna give you that alpha you didn't know you needed about possible 10x, scratch that, 100x, scratch that, Moon X opportunities.
Keep in mind, the NFT space is very speculative and highly risky. Anything we talk about here is not financial advice. We're not financial advisors, so make sure to do your own research.
Thanks for tuning in, Moon Boys. As Wendell mentioned, we are going to be talking about patches today. Jump in our Discord so you don't miss on these alpha plays early, because we did call this at 1.5. We mentioned to wait for the listings to come a little bit under 10%, because that'll help squeeze the supply and drive it up a little bit. And sure enough, right after that, it went down to about 1.3. The listings started to come down, and it shot up to, right now as we're recording, 1.99. Total listing is 475 of a total supply about 6,700. So you can see it's pretty, I think a strong entry or possibly entry, but I think first, we're hit on the technical analysis, but I kind of want to touch on this artwork because I think it's unique looking, pretty sick. What do you think, Windows?
I think this artwork's pretty cool. Like I do like the darker vibe that I get from it. It's almost like Halloween like, you know. Um, I especially like the one with like the laser beam eyes. That one's pretty cool. But yeah, like overall, I think the artwork's pretty solid. I'm not like a huge fan of like the PFP style NFTs with like, for example, like the Bored Ape Yacht Club stuff, and like yeah, Tigers is one that I could think of right off the bat. Not a huge fan of that, but I do like stuff like this. It's a
Yeah, for
pretty
sure.
nice
Especially
artwork.
like, yeah, for sure with the Halloween time too. It's like it kind of fitting.
Yep, and then we'll switch over to the research, look over the what it's been doing with the price action. And right now we're looking at the hourly since it is fairly new. It looks like it had like a little run up after mint and then like slowly started dropping, kind of bottomed out at about 1.2 ish, 1.7. Came back up a little bit, kind of stabilized around this area, like at around 1.2 to like 1.5. Dipped a little bit, then had a run up to about 1.98. Yeah. So from what it looks like, it's gonna have like a little pump up right here. This is probably topped out right here at 1.98. Probably gonna have a little cool off and then possibly have another run up right after. What do you think, Walk of Fame?
No, I think that's pretty good technical analysis. I think, as you mentioned, like it's kind of topping off at 1.98 or where it's currently sitting, and the price action has relatively stayed the same. You can see around two, the floor is relatively thick, but it's starting to thin up a little bit. That's why we think this cool off period is going to happen, and once the bulk of that two floor like kind of thins out a little bit, that's when we can see it run up a little bit more, as long as the listings stay relatively low. And that's why. As long as they can execute some of the utility that they plan on, bringing out for this project, I think it does have opportunity to hit those MoonX gains. So that's kind of what we want to talk about next, is like their utility. Um, I think for utility they kind of have like relatively like the common stuff like staking. I feel like staking is always a must, especially in this market. I feel like every project has staking. But one thing they did want to offer is this first NFT exchange. So basically, an example, like you would be able to get, 0.0001 DGODs in this utility. Like Bitcoin much more. You get like partials of a NFT. So I think it's pretty cool. They probably announce a little bit more in the future on that item. But they're planning to use 20% of that revenue to help with the liquidity pool in the system. And then, like I said, with staking, you earn the trick token. They also have the puzzle utility, which is adapt that allows users who don't know each other to come together and make more secure joint purchases with their advanced DAO system. So I think that's pretty cool, just because like this space is fairly big, and if you're a newer, inexperienced trader, this can help you make those a more sound decision when you have a collective group around them. They also got this copy sweep. Pretty much it's like this system that enables promoters or high profit traders to form their own groups and sweep together. Again, it's very collaborative kind of project. I think for me, the biggest thing they got that they in their utility that I think is going to take a lot in order to execute at a from high quality is their mega site. So they kind of want to do something similar to Famous Fox Federation. So I think Famous Fox Federation, which is a project we covered before, offers a crazy amount of utility in their marketplace. So I think that'll be a cool utility to bring and help benefit the ecosystem. How do you feel about that?
I'm really bullish on that because if they're doing stuff like Famous Fox Federation, and I'm really bullish on Famous Fox Federation, like you know like them making a mega site like that, I think that will make the project like really like a really cool like project that not a lot of other NFTs have been doing. And I especially like the fact that they're doing the NFT exchange. Like that's definitely a unique thing that I don't see. Like this is my first time hearing of like a NFT project that's doing an NFT exchange like that, where you can um pick up like a partial D god. Like you don't hear anything like that. So I think that's pretty cool that they're doing stuff like that. And like, you know, I do like that also when I look at their site with like their staking, that 59.72 is currently staked. So a lot of a lot of people are definitely believing in this project, and that makes me fairly bullish on this too as well. So I think this definitely has a lot of potential, to run up.
Yeah, no, I agree. That's why we want to bring this project to you guys' attention. Thanks for tuning in. Please subscribe, like, give us that big, thumbs up button, YouTube, comment if you enjoyed, or if there's anything or any other videos or projects that you want us to cover next. So thanks again for tuning in, and as always, we'll catch you guys later.
Peace.